Remember a while ago I said I was going to make a video about Google and how much I love their products? Today is that day. It is currently 20 minutes past 8. It's Friday, so I only started 8:30, which is great. Got to get to lectures. Talk to you now. My dad and I always talk about it, but it's really interesting how different people grow up with different technologies. My dad, when he was a kid, as I mentioned in my SpaceX video, was watching the Apollo moon missions on TV. I watched the SpaceX Heavy mission on my computer. And the technologies you grow up with really have an impact on the kind of person you become. And the existing technologies really do impact how you live your daily life. For instance, my parents used to say when they were at varsity, they used to carry around these huge heavy textbooks, and when they wanted to know something, it obviously necessitated a trip to the library. Now, my professors actively use Google and YouTube as a tool for learning. You want to know something a lecturer doesn't know? You don't go look in the library. You go on YouTube it. You'll watch a tutorial video on how to do it. And it's definitely a much better way of learning. It's less effort from all the professors and teachers, and it allows kids to learn a lot more themselves. It also makes life a lot easier. I don't have any physical textbooks. I have a single iPad that I take notes on and that all my textbooks are on. How much does it weigh? I don't know, like 300 grams? It's easy to carry. Imagine carrying 3 textbooks like some of my friends do, each 1,000 pages. No thank you. But that's just general technology and my appreciation for it. Now let's talk about Google. I'm a huge Google fan. If Google makes an app, I probably have it. I use Google Calendar. I use Google Calendar extensively to manage my entire varsity timetable. And me and my friend Jason share the same calendar. We're both doing computer engineering. And we both add events to it and delete events from it. And when venues get changed or times get moved or get cancelled, we update it on the calendar. And then it saves a lot of effort because we're both working collaboratively on the same calendar, and you don't have to duplicate things. When I went overseas a couple of years ago to Germany, I loaded the entire map of Berlin onto my phone, and we used that to navigate around Germany, especially since we rented a car and we drove around Germany. It would have been nearly impossible without an updated map. Even an old road map that was just 2 months out of date would never have known all of the traffic jams and the closed highways that I downloaded just before we left for Germany, and that saved us hours and hours and hours of messing around in traffic and that. Because, you know, Google Maps makes you think like a local because you've got all the updated information about the roads. I also obviously use Gmail to manage all of my email accounts. I have about 4 or 5 because I had a school account, and now I've got a university account and a private account and a second private account. And so I use Gmail to manage all of those, and it makes it easy because you just get a notification on your phone, boom. Also, the great advantage of using all Google services is that it syncs to all your devices. So I've got my Gmail, my Google Docs, my YouTube, everything's set up on all my devices so that I can move from my iPad to the laptop to my phone, and everything's the same across all platforms. And that continuity is very useful when you're trying to be productive. Google Docs is probably one of my most favorite inventions of the internet era. I use it to write all my school notes, all ideas I get, all random things that I need to take notes of, and then it's available to me wherever. Also, if I need to share documents to all of these cool people here, I'm not going to send them the document, I'm just going to share their permissions with them so that they can view it, and if we're working on a project together, we can edit it live on each other's computers on the cloud, and then it also automatically updates on everyone's computers. That's great for group work. Imagine trying to do it the old-fashioned way of sending your stuff and then sending it back and creating new documents so that. Imagine using a letter. No, man. Google Docs is my favorite invention.
You had to send them the physical, like, fucking library. Then you had to edit and send it back.
No ways, man. Google Docs is the future. Oh, you're all playing with Jason's mouse?
Yes, they are.
We're busy waiting for our COD's computer science lecture to start.
Oh, it loops.
That's exciting.
This is so cool. Check this, look, there's a cursor on the screen.
What? I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know.
That is cool.
We're doing files on Slack.
I know, right? I saw it yesterday and I was like, oh, finally.
Finally.
Now to get from what we're doing now to like building Google Docs, that's really scary. What do you like about Google?
I like that I can use it.
Jason, what do you like about Google?
Everything.
Everything. Jason also likes Google like me. I think I'm just a big fan of the fact that it's all free.
Yes.
That you don't pay for it.
That is, especially not at Microsoft.
What? What's that face for?
I pay for Google Play Music.
But that's different.
I use Spotify though. You don't need Google Play Music.
And I get YouTube Red as well. And I might buy some more storage in my cloud.
Universities usually get free storage on Google Drive.
I don't mind.
So we've got unlimited storage on our University of Pretoria Google Drive folders. How cool is that? But Google Drive's amazing. Like, I've got my Notability on my iPad synced with all my notes that I take in lectures, and it automatically opens up so I can have access to them anywhere. Lecture starting. Jason's also got all his textbooks on his iPad. Imagine carrying around all books and notes and paper. God, terrible. That's it. That's all you need. See you guys. But it is just after 11:30 on a Friday, and I'm finished lectures for the day because Friday is my early day. How cool is that? Yes, 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 yes. There's also that interesting argument that Google services aren't free because you pay with it with your personal information. And it's a very interesting discussion because you do give a lot of your personal info out to Google. They track what you look at, they track the type of ads you like, what you buy online and that. And there's a whole lot of anonymous data that gets sent to them. But that's a decent trade-off, I think. It's anonymous. And I don't think there's anything that Google takes from you, such as searching data and that, and buying habits that when anonymized can really implicate you in anything or really negatively harm you in anything. And I think the amount of features and useful technology and benefits you get from free Google products are definitely worth the cost of some of your personal information online that is anonymous anyway, and so you might as well give it out. Because as big data has shown, it can have great benefits. It's a bit unnerving sitting at a traffic light with all these cars behind you. But most of my personal life, my calendar, my email, the notes I take, documents I create, all the files I store, they're all in the hands of Google. And so I put a lot of trust in them. And I've got to say, they've never really let me down, which is why I'm such a big fan. Because they make productivity and just life in general so much easier. And yeah, that's why I love Google. Thanks to the guys at Google. If you're watching this, really appreciate all that you do for humanity and for me as a person who's grown up with Google services. So thanks. Today's quote comes from Martha Stewart, and it is, "Life is too complicated to not be orderly." And I really like that because it speaks a lot too about what Google is about and what its quests to make productivity apps and features and websites is all about. It's about enabling people to do cool things and to do them efficiently.